affordable housing development, and very importantly, in terms of negotiating with other levels of government for continued funding for affordable housing. So I'm out of time, but I'd like to say that we certainly want to be part of that continuing conversation as to how these particular strategies are developed, and we urge Council, this committee and Council, to adopt the interim strategy.
Thank you very much, Ms. Wilkie. Questions of Ms. Wilkie? All right. Well, thank you very much for being here today. We appreciate that. That brings us to Jessica Bell, TTC Riders.
Hi, how you doing?
Thank you, Ms. Bell.
I can't afford the TTC. If I can't afford the TTC, I can't come to school. Walking is the only option for some people, given that a single person receiving Ontario Works only has $280 a month to cover all expenses. My dilemma is, do I want to take the TTC, or do I want a bag of milk or a loaf of bread to do me for a couple of days? That's my biggest dilemma. These are some of the findings in a report released by the Fair Fare Coalition on the affordability of the TTC. This report was written in partnership with many social service agencies, and it involved interviewing over 100 people. To make the TTC more affordable and truly address transit inequity and poverty, the report calls for the city to provide free fares for people on ODSP and OW, $1 fares for low-income workers, and no reductions in service to pay for fares. We know we need more service and not less. While we're pleased with the anti-poverty strategy and that it calls for better TTC service and understands that fares do hurt low-income riders, we do think that this strategy and the city's actions do not yet provide the bold and practical solutions that we need. We don't just need the city to consider and evaluate lower fares, we need you to do it. We don't just want the city to ensure Presto has the capacity to provide fares geared to income. We want the city to actually lower fares, and you can do it now. You've done it with the seniors. You can do it now. It doesn't have to wait for Presto. And what we definitely do not want, we do not want the TTC's budget to be cut by 2% in 2016. Cutting the TTC's budget is a bad decision because it's a slap in the face of this report's talk about reducing poverty, improving service, and really getting the city moving. We know the TTC's capital budget has a $2.8 billion something shortfall. We know the TTC's operating budget is so lean and mean that Toronto gets the least amount of government support per ride compared to all other public transit systems in North America. There's nowhere else to cut. We believe one of the best ways